Sometimes after an interview, you realize that this job is not actually a good fit for you. What can you do when that happens? Hey everyone, it's Emily, the Career Catalyst. This is a question I get kind of a lot. And in fact, sometimes really dovetails with what we were speaking about earlier this week, what to do after you do interview. And so if you suddenly realize after an interview that this job is just not a good fit for you, you have a couple of different options. Depending on why you think it's not a good fit, you can sort of tailor your answer to that. So if you decide it's not right for you because of something relatively small, say the salary or the hours, those kinds of things, and you can see if there's a possibility to negotiate, which sometimes there is. Excuse me. So if they say, we'd like to offer you this job starting at, you can say, this sounds like a really great job. I was hoping to get more in the range of whatever. Or I wonder if there's a flexibility for me to work these hours instead, that kind of thing. But if it feels like it's just not a fit, then here's what you can do. First of all, don't make a hasty decision. Definitely give yourself some time to think on it, maybe even sleep on it. And when you are very clear, you think, yeah, this is just not it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down and write a very polite letter. Dear hiring manager, or whoever it is, thank you so much for considering me for this role. After consideration, I realize it's not a good fit for me and I would like to remove my name from consideration. Thank you again for taking the time to speak with me and best of luck on finding your best fit candidate or something like that, right? Don't worry about it. Remember, this is absolutely a two-way kind of process. You don't need to feel beholden to keep going in the process just because they're kindly granting you an interview. They're looking for a good fit person. You're looking for a good fit job. So don't overthink it. Don't make yourself crazy. You can always say no to this job. Now, if you're feeling a lot of anxiety about finding a job, you can keep going through the process. And if you wind up accepting a job that you're pretty clear is not a good fit, then think of it as a bit of a stopgap and keep looking for other jobs. It doesn't feel spectacular to take a job and leave it within a couple of months, but it's not going to be anything that sort of haunts you in your job unless you leave on very bad terms. So, take a not ideal job if you need to. Working hard to kind of keep relationships in the organization strong, to do the best work that you can, and so forth. And then down the road, if you do need to leave that job for a better one, hopefully, then it's not going to be something where they're, saying bad things about you or anything like that. They will probably not even remember you for very long because you haven't been there for very long. And then you can go on to the thing that is a better fit. What I really want to emphasize here, though, is that you're never obligated to take a job just because it's offered. You're never obligated to continue in the interview process. So if anything feels wrong to you or just uncomfortable, if you feel misunderstood and misheard in any situation and you're frustrated by that, you always have the option to say no to the job. They're not doing you some kind of grand favor by interviewing you for the role. They also want to get someone who fits in with their position. So, they're self-serving as well as trying to give you a job. So don't make yourself crazy. Say no if you need to. If you feel like you really want a job, but you didn't do well in the interview, look back at the blog post I made on Wednesday. It'll give you some tips. And in any case, have a great weekend, and I'll see you here next week.